I believe it was 5 separate craft. That's some straight UFO shit right there.
That's when I started seeing all of the lights and the contact that I've been witnessing.
I just kept filming and looking up at the sky, and it just started happening more frequently.
Look, what is that? What is that? What was that?
ASDP researcher John Dickinson in Tennessee. You're watching Alien Strand with Donald Ledesma.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Alien Strand Podcast. I'm your host, Donald Ledesma, and welcome to today. Well, I'm just out here kind of giving you guys a little bit of heads up of what's going on tonight on this podcast. So it's going to be a pre-recorded podcast with DeYoung again, only because we had a technical difficulties with her end of her phone just kept on glitching. She was going out, and so we decided to do just a couple of small segments of episodes on our Patreon page. So and that's a page for you guys to go check out, and I'll put links to it here, or I'll put all my links on there. You'll find it there. And tonight it's going to be pre-recorded, but we're going to talk about Lear. We're going to talk about the Area 51 and alien heads. We're going to talk about all that good stuff tonight, and I hope you guys catch it on Patreon. All right. So again, it's with Miss DeYoung, and we're just trying to get more content out to you guys as much as possible. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying Alien Strand as we've been putting it out there here on X. We're on YouTube. We're on Spreaker Live actually right now on audio. So if you guys are driving, thank you guys. Be safe on the road. And for you truck drivers out there, appreciate all of you guys for just listening in on the shows. Be safe. Like I said, if you have a UFO out there or anything like that, pull over, be safe, and all that good stuff. Take your picture and then jump back on the road and head on out again. Keep on trucking, man, because that's what it's about. Is as far as truck drivers, I respect them. Not only, but we need those guys, man. How are we gonna eat? How are we gonna have our brand new TVs and all that good stuff, right? We need them. And everybody else is out there in the fields of driving. I did it for 16, 17 years. Non-stop, man. It was like non-stop. I always was on the road, and I just couldn't get enough of it. That's why I don't know if you guys noticed. So when I make my films, I don't like to fly. Not because I'm scared. I'm kind of a chicken, you know what? But, I really don't like to fly. But at the same time, I love to drive. I just love doing it. It's just my thing of seeing the whole country, experiencing things I've never experienced before, and just looking at the beautiful United States all over, places that are out there that I will never probably ever see if you're flying in an airplane, right? And at least these little small places you can stop at a truck stop, anything like that, get yourself some munchies, all that good stuff, and just keep trucking, keep going where you're going. Speaking of that, we will be going to Wyoming here probably in April, May, and then we're going to go shoot up there in Devil's Tower. Hey, man, who else gets to do that? But the only reason I'm going out there is because I have a friend out there and I'm going to help him move. And so, you know what? I'm already out there. Let's go ahead and just shoot some amazing video out there for you guys out there. Hopefully we catch something out there in Devil's Tower. Now, I've never seen that place before. And it's just one of those things. I have to go check this out. I have to go see it up. And, we all saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind. They use that in the whole movie, though. That was the whole where this UFO was going to go land. Of course, it has nothing to do with that, the real Devil's Tower, but they use that as a part of the film, right? And it's just, I want to experience that and just to go check that out. Hey, man, who doesn't want to go check that out, right? I mean, as a kid growing up, once I saw that movie come out, I was just totally blown away by the cinematography on that film. It even holds up today. It holds up today, man. If you go watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind, I know they probably redid it like, better digital looks to the film and everything like that. You can go remastered, let's just say, right? So they probably did that as well. And, it probably looks really, really good. I'd really like to go see that again on a big screen just to check it out. Hey, Steven Spielberg, if you're listening to me, man, let's get that out on the screen again. I'd like to see that on IMAX, right? That would be a hell of a thing. Full stereo. Just let's check out that film again, just to get blown away for all these ufologists out there. Now, if you're into ufology, then welcome to ufology. Welcome to Alien Strand Podcast, man. I talk about a lot of things. I'm going to show a couple of videos today, and I'm going to show a couple of, we're going to talk about some UFOs that were recently out there in the, just in the general area of where people just catch these things, right? I mean, because you have to be at the right place at the right time, right? In order to see these footages. Now, it's kind of hard to excuse me, not to see these things, and people won't believe you until you really see it for yourself, right? And it's kind of strange because I had a guest, Travis Kamincia. I believe he was on my podcast maybe 2-3 months past in the back, and he's like a UPS driver, and he sees a lot of things up on the road. Now, 2 nights ago, he caught this amazing footage. Now, if you go to Alien Strand Disclosure Project, you'll see that footage because I put it up there for you guys to see. And he caught that in his I guess while he was on his route during the evening night, and you can see this UFO just kind of changing different colors, and you could see it illuminating in the clouds, right? How it is at night, you can still see the clouds up there. Totally different colors of a drone, different light patterns. So it's not going to be a drone, an airplane, and it's almost like you can't see it, but it's making this glow of different colors, right? What does that, man? What does that up in the clouds, right? And it's kind of strange how we're trying to put a lot of these things together of how it does. But if you want to go see that, go check it out on Alien Strand Disclosure Project. They're on Facebook. And, just enjoy the content that we have there. It's just one of those things that we had really like to put out there. Now, don't forget, tonight, the podcast is going to be on Alien Strand Extras, only on Patreon with Miss June DeYoung. Catch that tonight. We're going to be getting her back up on the show, because we had a lot of technical difficulties. Of course, check out the Deep Veil cover-up with Mr. Terry Lynch and myself. That was a really good podcast. We talked about people that just kind of hide behind the veil, right? And they're just... you think they're your friend and you think that they're giving you the information, but at the same time, they're kind of throwing you off, man, in a different direction while the real thing is happening in front of you, right? Who does that? Well, they do, right? And we kind of throw it out there for you. And then, of course, the last podcast we had, Miss June DeYoung, it glitched a little bit. She was having a lot of technical... So I said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and pre-record it and just get you on the show, and then you can see it on Patreon tonight. So if you're not a Patreon subscriber, you can do it for free. Go check it out on there. And, you'll be able to catch this podcast tonight on Patreon. So, and go look for Alien Strand Podcast. Download the app. Patreon app. We all know what that is, right? Go check that out. Tonight's podcast is going to be Alien Heads, Lear 51. We're going to talk about Dr. Lear. We're going to talk about her experiences there in Area 51. Exactly what I know she was trying to talk about it a little bit, but we're just going to get more into detail on that experience and other experiences that she's had with other extraterrestrial, people in the general ufology community, right? Because that's what it's about. We're all in the same community to study ufology, right? UFOs, all that good stuff, right? So check that out tonight. Don't forget the Middle Tetralogy. We just showed a couple of films on it, a couple of promos on our trailers. The Middle is still out for free right now on our YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube channel, man. It's free. Hit us a like and subscribe. Please do that, man. It helps a lot. Of course, what is it going to take you just hit like, subscribe, bam, and and it's there. So the Middle part 1 is there for free. Go check it out. You don't have to pay a dime for it. And give us a like, some comments. Be nice, pretty. Let's be courteous and nice, about it. Because if you start throwing crap, I'm going to take you off. That's just the way it is. Nobody wants to hear just negative stuff. Don't be a negative, Nancy. Be a positive, right? So the Middle part 2 is out on Skylight 1 channel, which is our channel there on Facebook. I'm going to throw a link to it as well. You can just click on it. This was a paid one as well, so you can watch that. Now we have the Middle 3. I'm almost done. It's done, almost a done deal. You guys get to check it out, right? Check out the Middle 3. We'll be coming out here probably within a month. I'm just kind of going over the I's and the T's and all that good stuff with these people. Hi, Rosie. How you doing? Thank you for making it. I appreciate you. I did send her the film, so she was able to watch the Middle part 1. She saw it on YouTube, and then the Middle part 2. She said, man, that second one freaked me out. It freaked me out. Didn't it freak out a lot of people? But that's just the real true stories of what's happening to these folks. Now, all these people that are on these films, man, they're just beautiful people. They've all experienced something that they just don't understand, right? Exactly what happened to them. But I hope you guys catch it. It's on Skylight 1 channel. They're on Vimeo. And, just you can even comment on it too. We have a lot of free stuff on there too, so you can go check it out. There's a lot of free, small little documentary style content on there. Go check that out as well. Of course, we're still on Tubi TV, TCL, Amazon Prime, the First Middle. That's just what it is. Follow us on Alien Strand Disclosure Project. Check it out there, man, and you will not be disappointed in us because there is no I in team. We all work together. I threw out 2 brand new reports, so go to Alien Strand there. Let me put that on the ticker so you guys can go check that out, because if not, you're going to say, where do I go? Where do I go? Right? So I'm going to throw the ticker on real quick. Check that out. That's where you're going to find ASTP and all of our work there, right? ASTP-UFO.com or alienstrand.com, the other sister page. They kind of link to each other, so you can kind of go back and forth on each page. Go check that out. Report your UFO there, UAP. We have UFO representatives, ASDP. We have paranormal representatives as well. They'll help you out if you've had some traumatic things that happen to you. You don't have to, say your name, anything like that, but we would like it on an actual UFO report. But if you've had an abduction, really ugly, whatever, we have people to talk to you about that. We'll help you through it, okay? That's what we do. That's what I do as well. I help you through those things. So I'm a person you can talk to about your experiences with UFOs or an actual abduction, all right? So just kind of remember that. Now, these recent videos came out, which kind of freaked me out in a way, right? I was like, man, what the heck was that, right? And I want to throw it out to you guys because I want you guys to see exactly what I've been seeing, right? And it's just look, there it is. There it is for you guys, all right? So that's the actual video of it's like a triangular shaped craft that's kind of flying by, right? And it's like behind a mountain. And then whoever caught this did a really good job catching this triangular shaped craft, right? And it did, they kind of analyzed it a little bit here. They brought it into a better zoom, right? So out there in audio land, it's like a TR3B, which is like a triangular, real pointy. This one's different though. It's right over some mountains, and it does have the signatures of a sort of a TR-3B kind of look, right? And that's what we're watching here in front of us today, right? And how can you not think that that's not something that's flying out there? Now, this does not look like any kind of CGI. The way it's being tracked and followed, the camera movement is authentic. I don't see no manipulation around this craft. Like when somebody throws CGI, you can kind of see like a shadow around it or whatever. They usually mess up when they're doing CGI, right? They don't know how to kind of do it right to where it looks pretty authentic. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some really good people out there that really do a good job on their CGIs, and it's kind of hard to tell, right? Don't you just hate that when the people just trying to put their stuff out there, and and they just throw us off, right? Kind of the veil, right? That's what we talk about. Now, is it a TR-3B or triangle UFO that we see up in the skies? That's something that we just can't really tell if it's a friend or foe, right? If it's one of ours or whose is it, right? And what do we know, right? All we do is video, and we see these things through our analysis, right? They always have this. There's going to be a light at every tip of this triangle, right? And it's usually a black, dark, almost. It's so black, the color, that you can, it just kind of blocks out the sky, but it also makes its own shape, right? And that's what people kind of look at as, okay, and I talked about this on the last podcast, how, this woman, saw this triangular shape above her home while she was on a date. It blocked out the sky, the stars. Even my sister talked about it in the middle. We had a little conversation. We did a podcast on Patreon, and we talked about this, how her neighbor saw something like this and it blocked out the whole freaking sky, right? What does that? Well, this does, apparently, right? And they say that the color is just blacker than black, as far as like you can't see through it. It's so dense looking, almost like they say, like looking through a black hole in a sense, right? That's how the mass color that it's going to be on this particular UFO shape craft, whatever it is, right? And they're just catching this thing all over the place, right? Now, I'm going to throw you up here another quick video before I get out of here. This is pretty much another one that somebody caught. I believe this is around the Thailand area, maybe Philippines. Just by what I'm looking at on the mountains, they just kind of looked at that sort of shape to where this other craft is flying by. Here we go. Oops, my bad. Here we go. So look at that there. You can see it. You can hear the wind where everybody's kind of like, they're taping this live of what it is, right? And, of course, they're doing the zoom in. And this one has like really, really sharp looking, a definition of whatever this thing is, right? And apparently it's behind these mountains, and it looks like the Philippines to me, somewhere around that area, Indonesia maybe, where it kind of looks in that general area. I didn't get to see the exact location where this triangular craft was putting itself out to, but hey, you never know what you're going to see when you're out there, right? And apparently this person grabbed this craft as it was flying over, and out there in audio world, of course, you're kind of getting a maybe 200-300 yards in between these two rectangular sort of mountains that are out there. The foliage, there's like things growing around them, and you see this TR-3B kind of looking triangular shaped craft during the day flying through these sort of mountain looking things. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to tell what you're seeing, but if you're looking at the TR-3B here, you can pretty much make out of what we're seeing. They all have the little light at the bottom, the huge ball of light, and then the three on every point, right? There's a light on every point of this triangular shaped craft. Hey, is this something that we did, or is it something that they did, right? And it's kind of hard to tell these days, right? I mean, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, is this real to you? Does this look real enough for you? You know, for us to understand exactly what we're seeing up in the skies. It's kind of hard to tell. How do you tell, right? What exactly this thing really is. And is it something that people are just, you know, is it our military? There's pretty much a patent on this thing. It's been since January 6, 2006. You know, are we using this as some kind of a secret weapon of some sort? Now, like I said, this thing is blacker than black, right? And, you know, it shows you there how it has the lights at the bottom. And it's kind of different on how this craft is working, right? Because I've seen pictures of it as it's floating. You know, it's stationary, it's barely moving, and with no kind of propulsion underneath. You're not seeing the heat waves or anything on this craft. And then there's some that actually make some kind of a trail, right? Like a jet, right? And you know, when we see our bombers, you know, is it mixed up with that? You know, is it part of that? Or do we have new technology to show us that this is what it is, right? Is it this? Is it ours, right? You know, and it could be. It could be. So Angela Ellison, she says, mine was wider across the back, 3 lights across the back up front, right? She says the back was notched. It did not have the long extended wings like the military one. It was not moving. So it was pretty much hovering there in that general area where she was witnessing these things. She says then it sank slowly. It was white like the clouds with lights, right? That's what I was talking about earlier, how, you know, these military weapons, you know, the patents that we have, is it ours or is it theirs? You know, are these things nuclear powered, right? And if they are, have they figured out a way to just defy our gravity in a sense, to where it's not making any kind of propulsion whatsoever on these crafts, right? And that's what we have to really think about sometimes, is that are these ours or are these, you know, theirs, right, of what we're seeing here. Now these are some other pictures. This is what I was telling you about. Now we were looking at some night vision of this one triangular shaped craft. I believe it's on YouTube all over. It was hovering over a city, came up real close, and then it kind of zapped away, right? Which is the night vision shot that you're seeing there. Now that one has no propulsion whatsoever, right? And this one's generally, it's over a city at night, right? What does that, you know? And why? And then we have another picture of somebody zoomed in way up in the clouds. I'm sure if you got a Nikon P1000 or a Nikon P950, you'll pretty much zoom in as far as you can. Now, if you're looking at this craft, it is almost totally a triangular shaped craft, right? It is. That's what it is. It's not like our B1s. It looks our B1s look a little different. They have almost like a wing shaped thing. This doesn't. Totally triangular. Right, but it has propulsion behind it. If you're kind of looking what's on the backside of that burner, right? It is burning off. That's exactly what it's doing. So, I mean, have we created something, you know, in our military we can fly way up above our atmosphere in that general area, and you know, spy? What else are they going to do, right? I mean, they already tried it on us with these balloons. They had to shoot them down. And we just recently had another one, right? You know, and, you know, you don't hear anything about that anymore. What happened to that balloon flying over Utah 2 days ago? It just happened again, right? So, and then our AT&T sales all went down. Everything goes down, right? Coincidence? I don't know. You be the judge of that one, right? It's a possibility, you know, that something strange is happening, you know, up in our skies. You know, that's what I always say. Keep your eyes in the skies. Look up all the time. Have your cameras ready, you know, because you never know when you're going to get some of this good stuff, right? As far as these videos and photos, like we're seeing here, you know, in front of our screen, right? These are actual photos. They're not any kind of CGI manipulated, anything that way. These are actual photos. And this is what people are seeing up in these skies. Just like I just showed you these videos, right? Of these crafts going by here. This has to be around Indonesia area. Just by the way it's looking, how this craft is flying by in between these kind of pillars. And then it shoots straight up. Did you see that? It just shot straight up in the air. What does that, right? What does? Look at that. I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to go back and forth. And you can see the propulsion that it has, and it's coming from that center part. Look at right there. I stopped it right there. What does that? Right? Bam. Look at that. Back and forth. What does that? I don't know. But if it's ours, we sure as heck made something unbelievable that I never thought that we would be able to make. Really, not in our lifetime, or not anywhere, what we can figure out exactly we're seeing up in the skies. It's just strange, man. Strange as it is, but I wanted to show you those videos today, because it's just something that I've been wanting to talk about a little bit. I mean, I see it all the time on our Facebook. So if you go to our Alien Strand Disclosure Project page, go check us out there. And, we do post a lot of good stuff there, and if you want to you want to learn ufology, go look us up on Facebook, answer all the questions, please. And then if you don't answer them all, we'll kick you right out. And then you have to do it all over again. Please answer all the questions. If you want to learn ufology, this is the page to go check it out. You're going to see things that you've never seen before. And we're going to show you our analysis on a lot of these, photos and things. You can upload put your photos up there as well, anything that you've caught up there, and we'll analyze it for you. We do it all together, right? We do it as a team to figure out what exactly you're seeing, and then we'll make a report, right? That's what we do. So like I said, don't forget to catch us on Alien Strand Disclosure Project. Go check us out there, asdp-ufo.com or alienstrand.com. Go check us out there. Now don't forget, tonight, this is what it's going to be. Tonight's podcast, it's going to be pre-recorded, but we're going to get a better audio signal, and you'll be able to hear her a little bit better. And, hopefully it doesn't glitch as much. But we're going to talk about the alien heads there with Lear and Area 51 and the things that she encountered while she was there. Because she was actually there, right? Didn't get in, but she was there. So the things that she experienced there at Area 51. And, we'll just talk about implants, things like that. It's going to be a great show. Don't forget, catch us on Patreon. We will be there. Not live. It's going to be pre-recorded, but we'll be there. So go look for us on Patreon. I'll put links up to the show on this podcast and on Patreon, man. Go check us out. And as soon as you become a subscriber or even just a guest member, anything like that, you'll get an email notification that the podcast is up and you can go check it out. All right. So I appreciate all you guys for watching us today, listening to me ramble just a little bit, right? Catch us on Alien Strand Extras. That's what it is. Alien Strand Extras on Patreon, man. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of this content that I just put out just now. I know I did it early while the sun was nice and bright. It's freaking hot over here. I'm here in South Texas, man. I think we hit like 82 or something. All right. I'm already sweating, man. And I'm like, oh, man, I don't know if I want summer yet. I really love the cold weather, to tell you the truth. I don't like this hot weather. Catch our show tonight. Don't forget, I really appreciate all you guys for, chiming in here a little bit today on YouTube. I saw that come through. Thank you for your comments. I really appreciate you. And, like I said, catch us tonight. Patreon. You don't miss the show. It's going to be an excellent show. We're going to get we're going to touch base with a lot of insights, right? And I hope you guys find her fascinating and find a lot of things that she does fascinating as much as I do, right? We all do. If you get, and then if you have any questions, I'll put all her emails, all her information, all her links, and you can go reach out to her as well. All right. So until then, you guys have yourselves a good day. Have yourselves a good evening. And have yourselves a good night. See you tonight. Patreon. Check it out.